machine whether I want them or not.
It's not like one's Florida uses it.
Yeah. Hanging
did.
chads.
We actually went through the training, we tried to jam the machine and we couldn't jam it. There's things put in place for it, so if I'm excited. I am going to be setting them up in the office. I was hoping to get it done by Tuesday so that when people are done voting, they can go out and review the machine, but with everything that I get going on, and I haven't been able to train anybody on it, it's not going to happen. But I will be setting up it in the office, so for a selectmen's meeting, so if people want to come in and use it, I'll show you how to use it with the the screen is very user friendly, and I'm excited.
Does it have battery backup?
Yes.
You got a fresh set
And
of
we
batteries.
also have generator.
Yeah, we do.
Excellent.
And we're not allowing Justin any candy before he tries to jam it up.
I will be successful.
And also, the state of Maine went live today with their electronic birth records. It means we will not receive any paper copies in the office anymore. It's all done electronically. The hospitals will be going on to the state of Maine electronic system. They've been doing this for a couple of years worth of the death records. Now they're doing this with it does mean, yes, if you come in here, it does mean that when, if you want to have one issued to you, anything that's new August 1st forward, we're going to have to go into the electronic system, and it does take a while for us to do all the steps. It will take a little bit longer, so bear with us. It's a new program. If you need the older records, we still have those.
Good. Great job, Mike. Okay, anyone else have any comment?
The Harvest Towel has informed that their committee has set a date of September 28th with a rain date of the 29th. And currently, the pirate invasion is slated for August 31st, and currently Lubec has nobody organizing this event. So I guess pirates will come and we'll see what happens.
Pirates will go.
I think they know where to go.
I think Vermont should organize a English repelling party.
They know where to go.
Yeah, we have our secret weapon. The pirates invade us. They'll come by land, air, and sea. We open up Annabelle's and we contain them quite quickly.
They don't seem to wander too much farther than that.
There were, I mean, people did enjoy seeing tug of war and children's games, so if people would like to step forward,
Didn't they have a bed race on here?
we had bed races. There are businesses that definitely capitalize on this, so if they'd like to step forward and help out, give back for what they're being given.
Right. I mean, I've been to a number of these since I've been here, and I mean, they've always been a good time. I mean, people come over, they do a really good job.
Eastport does all the work.
Over the years.
Okay, I've said this since it started. Eastport does all the work, they get a lot of people here, and to date, we haven't done that much to capitalize on it. So, I think it's time we have some people step forward and get this show on
If
the
you want
road.
it to keep going.
Vermont's pirates.
Y'all love saying "R."
And I would like to
Happy birthday,
Happy
Justin.
birthday, Justin.
We gave him candy, but we told him he couldn't have it till after the meeting, but I think he got into it. Public comment. Barbara?
I have two questions if I could, please. I was in Lubec when we had the big ice storm, and I've only here a year at that time, and I did not know what the emergency plan was. And John and Maureen have said that there is one. We have a lot of new people in town. Since then, is there some way that we can get it out to the public so that they know if if something happens in the middle of the night, and yes, you can call the state police, but the town, you know, you're wondering, who do you call? Like, and I think Betty had said it before, you know, don't call here, I'm sorry, it was Justin, don't call here, call someplace else. But people need to know, where can you go, who can you contact, how do you contact them, instead of trying to get out to your neighbor, and what if you can't, or if a road's blocked off, so I'm just making that as a suggestion, maybe it's something that we could look at to inform the public, what is our emergency evacuation plan or emergency plan for the town? Where you can go if you...
Disaster plan.
Yes,
Right.
exactly, if you lose power.
Pretty sure it's electronic documents, so we can probably put it on our website.
Is that just something, Justin, to...
It's a huge document, so probably,
Yeah.
Yep.
right.
It's very dry, it's not really geared to
What
citizens,
I
it's
think-
geared to how the town's gonna run when the thing goes. So if people want to read it, they can, and it's long and dry, because I've read it several
Maybe you can
times.
cut
Pull
it down
out-
and say,
we
if
can
something
pull out
happens on
the
this
key
street,
cards.
this is... What, I'm sorry?
We can pull out the key parts to say,
That's what I'm looking
this
for.
is the shelter,
Right.
these are the, you
Key
know.
players and so on and so
We
forth.
recommend you have, you know, some canned food and like running cooked foods in your house that won't go bad. I think it's a gallon of water per person a day, I think roughly
Yeah.
is the recommended. So you should have some of that on hand. If you know there's gonna be a flood, well, another good idea is to fill your tubs full of water.
Well, I guess the other thing, Justin, is to, fair point, you don't lose power, you don't lose your phone if we lose power. But if you have anything else, you don't have a phone to call somebody either. So it's really important for people to know what they can and how they can get help. And my second question, if I could, back in the end of May, I came before the board, due to the numerous accidents that have been happening between Uncle Kippy's, through my fence, I'll be honest, and up to the Historical Society building. And I had asked that the board look into seeing if we could get a speed tabulator, so to speak, from the state for a while to remind people they are entering the village. It is a 25-mile-an-hour zone. It's like the Indianapolis Speedway still. And the other concern comes, we're having school open up soon. And if people are going to be racing to work and they're going to get behind a school bus or whatever, or if it stops for a child and they're going to go zooming by, I'd like to know, has anything been done, or have we heard from the state, or
Yeah, I
not getting
contacted
it
the
some...
state, the sign is signed up until November, and it will be, I believe, in Washburn if we want to go get it.
I highly recommend that anyone who has speed complaints, like seeing people speeding, try to get plate numbers and descriptions of vehicles. And once again, call the regional communications center.
The Regional Communications Center? Where is
That's
that?
right.
And a lot of them are gonna be out of
Which
state
is
plates.
255-8308. This is the non-emergency number, because that is not really an emergency, and that could tie up the lifeline for somebody who's a real emergency. 8308,
And we will
They will
put
be
that
able-
on our website.
because they will be able to tell you instantly whether the state police is covering our area that day or the sheriff's department, and they will relay the message to you.
Since you have that answer, Justin, maybe you could help me out. The other issue that I personally have observed, and I know from working at the Historical Society building, other people have noticed, are cohorts in Canada when they come over.
They don't stop.
I mean, I watched somebody just come right after they got out of
Yep.
the inspection, just went right up the, I mean, that's a
I've been
five-way
hit-
intersection.
I've almost been hit several times there.
Yep, that's a
It's
hot
the
spot.
largest stop sign that they make.
That's right.
Because I've looked into that. The problem is, we don't have our own police department, we don't contract, so when there is a complaint of traffic complaint, we have to wait till the deputy or trooper is available to come get here, and by the time that happens,
Been a
the
long
person's
time.
gone.
Oh, I know that. May I ask a question? Do you think it would be plausible for someone to go and speak to the people who run the border crossing
Nope,
on this side?
they won't. When I lived in town, this has been an ongoing for years.
Right, 'cause it's
And
technical.
I lived down there, and I had children down there, and it's not their department to do.
They're not allowed to enforce
Nope.
state
No, I'm not asking them
DOT.
to enforce it. I was going to just ask if they, along with their entourage of what they're asking you, and remember, when they're leaving, thank you, and remember, you're in the village and it's a 25-mile-an-hour zone. It's not even a half
They
a
won't
breath.
do
That's a
it.
good thought,
Right.
but,
Yeah.
Right, I like that thinking. I've almost been hit there several times. People don't even, they don't even do a rolling stop. They just leave the booth and they're
Yeah.
headed up the hill and,
Right.
I think a nice convenient place to pop it
yes, or sleeping policemen. You know,
Speed
the
bump.
the speed bump.
And again, that's something you'd have to get from the state. We
Well,
couldn't-
which won't work with plow.
Yeah, that I realize.
Right. The other issue,
But we
which was
could
brought
ask
to my
them to put a
attention.
sign up to say, this is,
Or flashing red lights on the
or
big stop
something,
sign.
you know.
Well, there used to be a light at, I understand, at Flatiron Corner years ago.
Yeah,
That
the
light
only
was
one in
only
town.
used
That was the
Fire
flashing red.
Fire trucks.
Right.
Yeah.
No, not Flatiron, that was,
It's out at
red,
McFadden's.
yellow and green.
Oh, it was, huh?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
it wasn't a
Yeah.
real light.
The flashing one was out by McFadden's, wasn't
There was no one up here.
And there was one up here.
I
I
remember
guess I'm
that. I
asking,
remember
we
that.
have to wait until November, can we brainstorm on something else? Someone is going to seriously
Yeah.
get hurt.
Yeah,
The
that,
problem is,
you're right.
the speed limit's there and the law is in place, but it's not enforced, and when people aren't there to enforce it, people don't tend to slow down.
Right.
So, I mean, we could put all the nice fancy signage and everything in the world, but if people don't abide by it now, they're not gonna start.
Even with the cops sitting at Uncle Jimmy's. Once you don't see them anymore, they're
Right.
right back.
Right.
it? Well, this is the reasoning, I had called the state a few years ago for a child playing sign to slow down. And the state won't put them out anymore because people don't abide by them. And they felt it just gave people a false sense of security to see the slow children playing sign. Because people just don't pay attention to signs. And I know it's a problem, Barbara, I mean, we've almost gotten hit.
It's scary.
It
I know
is.
we've had a lot of minor fender benders here in town just for summer. People coming up and down the side streets and don't realize that it's a stop, and,
Right.
you know. But, and another example is, we had the summer rec program children come to the historical society. We had two people stand in the middle of the road trying, yo, slow down, you know, and then see, make sure they'd stop before we could cross 35 children.